my most overrated team in the NFC is kind of an enigma wrapped in a conundrum wrapped in an enigma, where it's the Chicago Bears. And I think they're overrated in the sense that I don't think they're a playoff team. I really don't. And they're underrated in the sense that I think their defense doesn't get enough credit for how good it is. So I don't think the Bears are a playoff team. Both of us are from the area. So unfortunately, every Sunday, Bears football is on TV. So we
Yeah.
have to watch that pathetic offense take the field every week. Their offense is not good. I don't think their play calling is good. I don't think they have an identity on what they do on offense. And to me, an identity is as simple as what are you good at on offense, right? Like you watch the Minnesota Vikings, their offense, I don't think you need a strict understanding of scheme or anything of this sort to know that their offense is going to be run outside zone, inside zone with Dalvin Cook and build everything off of that. Well, with the Bears, to me, Matt Nagy, it feels like, well, we're going to have 5 or 6 different trick plays every game. But besides that, we're not going to have anything else on offense.
Yeah.
And they don't have a very good offensive line. Nick Foles isn't a great quarterback. So they're kind of stuck. Now, with their defense, I do think it's a Super Bowl caliber defense. I think that it should be up there with Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. I don't think it gets talked about enough. Like Akeem Hicks and Khalil Mack are two of the best players in the NFL. Kyle Fuller is amazing. Eddie Jackson's a superstar. There's so many good players on that defense. It's such a good defense. But the fact that this offense is so bad is the reason to me they're not even anywhere near as good as their record. I think if DeAndre Swift could catch easy walk-in touchdown week 1, and the Atlanta Falcons could actually hold the lead with Dan Quinn as their coach, we would be tooting a different – the story and perspective on the Bears would be totally different. Unfortunately, for me, I guess, it's not, because their record, I think, overrates who they actually are, and it's mostly because of their offense.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you there. So their record's 5-4 right now. They're on a 3-loss streak though. So like you said, they've been dropping games. And one thing with their offense is identity, but also like I think Foles is a good quarterback in the right system. I mean, you saw with the Eagles, like when they had a really good O-line, they had good running backs. Aguilar was playing well at the time, and Alshon Jeffrey was healthy and playing well. Like
RPOs.
Yeah, like they were killing it on offense. Due to like Peterson and Reich are also just like infinitely better play callers than Nagy. Nagy feels like I don't know if he was ever really a great play caller. Like when the Bears were 12-4 in 2018, like it was because their defense was creating just like an unfathomable amount of turnovers, which like in that year would just put their offense in good position where they'd score and eventually wear the team out. And they were better with Howard than I feel like Montgomery running wise.
Yeah.
Their O-line was better too during 2018, so that's definitely into account. And they're just pissing away Allen Robinson's career. I feel like
right,
good receiver.
Right. He's been so good for so long.
Yeah,
and I do think losing Vic Fangio has a lot to do with that. Like Chuck Pagano is good, but I think Vic Fangio, just as a defensive coordinator, is the very best in the NFL. We had him in San Francisco for 4 years, and man, he's really good. He does a lot of different things. He's got blitzes. He's got everything. And he was able to force a lot of turnovers, I think, with his scheme that they're not able to do as much. And then the offense turns the ball over so much that even if teams find it impossible to move the ball on your defense, the sudden change situations, your defense can only do so much.
I feel like also like elite defenses to play at their top level, it's very rare that they can continue that for more than like one season, honestly. Like you think of the Broncos, like 2015, they were like no fly zone, like they were one of the best defenses. And they were good after, but like playing at like a Super Bowl caliber carrying a team level, you saw with the 2017 Jags, like retaining talent on the defensive side is like a lot harder, I feel.
Right.
And not one player who can just like on offense, like if you have Rodgers or Mahomes or Wilson, like your offense is always going to at least be in such a good, like in a decent position to play well. But like, there's no one on the defensive end that has that much influence over the game.
Right. And the game is getting more and more that way, where these like really amazing defensive players like Khalil Mack, like, are they really worth their contract? And it's not that Khalil Mack is not one of the very best players in football, because he is, but if you're paying a guy $23 million, you need him to impact every single play in every single game for your team. And sometimes it's not because of him, because he's amazing. He takes double teams, he takes triple teams, he beats them. He's incredible. But I think it's just the way the game's moving and the way the rules are, where you kind of get that guy not impacting the game as much as he should.
Yeah, especially compared to like a quarterback, because that's
Right.
obviously like the other highest paid position. That and O line is trending that way now. But
Agreed.
like those positions impact the game just more in general, so they're like just inherently worth more like money. So